Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and swatches of the soon to be released Laura Lee palette by Violet Voss Cosmetics. And this is it. It is not out in full release yet. It comes out in a couple days for pre-release, and then the full launch date is at the end of the month. I'll go into that later in the video. I was lucky enough to pick mine up this past weekend at the Fame Expo in Pasadena, California. If you're not familiar with the Fame Expo, it is just the show for beauty junkies. It's not as large as, say, IMATS, but that's what I like about it, because I knew just, I think IMATS, I've never been, but I feel like that could be really, really overwhelming. And that's has a lot of special effects makeup and things like that. This is more condensed into just, you know, the things you're gonna see on social media, your Instagram, in YouTube. Gerard Cosmetics was there, Morphe Brushes was there, NYX Cosmetics, LA Girl, Friends Beauty Supply in LA has a setup there, as well as Namie's Beauty Supply. So there you can pick up your makeup forever. Smashbox, Beauty Blender, Laura Mercier, Bobbi Brown, did I already say that? There's also Artist Couture, just so many great brands, and I went in prepared. I had a list of what I knew I wanted to get. I had like it all circle mapped, like which booth was where, and I was like, and luckily as a makeup artist, I got in early. So that was nice. You get in like about a half hour before the rest of the crowd. So I went on a Sunday. I couldn't go on Saturday. So I went on Sunday, and I was just hoping that the things I wanted were going to still be available. Some things actually weren't. Like some girl in front of me in the line for Lady Moss, she wanted the Cocoa Lashes and Goddess. And ooh, was she mad that they had sold out on Saturday. She was all up in arms, yelling at them, like, why didn't you do half for Saturday and half for Sunday? And it's like, okay, honey, just chill out there. But I mean, I get it. I'm a makeup junkie, so I know when you really want something, it's disappointing when it's sold out. I was disappointed that Anastasia Beverly Hills wasn't there this year. I'd gone to this 2 years ago, and she was there, and I had the Modern Renaissance on my list to get. I had the new Glow Kit on my list to get, and yeah, she didn't have a booth there this year. So that was kind of disappointing. But the first thing on my list that I knew I had to like hit the Violet Voss booth was to pick up this palette. And when I got there, they hadn't like really set anything up. And I said to the girl, I'm like, can I purchase yet? And Laura Lee actually was there on Sunday at 11 o'clock. But it's so easy to get sidetracked at this thing. I ended up going to the TNT agency booth, which is a makeup school in LA, and I was watching a demo from one of my favorite makeup artists, Honeybee Eileen. She's amazing. She does a lot of the makeup for Total Divas on E, Natalie Eva Marie, and she's just one of my favorites, and she was doing a demo, so I wanted to go see that, so I missed Laura Lee, but I did see her, actually. I was over at the Smith Brushes booth, and I was talking to Melissa Alatorre, who's also on YouTube, who's amazing. And she is just the sweetest, cutest little, I mean, just the sweetest. So as she and I were talking, Laura Lee came up and she was chatting with somebody else, and Melissa said hi to her, and I kind of, I don't know, I got a little shy. I didn't really want to butt in and be like, hey, I just bought your palette. But I mean, I suppose I could have, but I chose not to. I chose to be a little bit more normal. So Laura Lee, if you happen to see this, I did see you. You're gorgeous. Your makeup was flawless, and I'm bummed I didn't get to say hello. But anyway, this is her palette. I'm about to do some swatches for you. I will give you some more details after I do the swatches. It's amazing. So I pretty much just gave away this review, but I do go into more detail. So if you want to hear what I have to say about this palette and see some swatches, then please keep on watching. Laura Lee is a YouTuber. She has lots and lots of subscribers. She's highly entertaining. Her tutorials are very informative. Well, all of her videos are very informative. And when I saw this palette on Instagram, and I saw photos of it, and I saw some swatches, I just knew I had to have it because these are my colors. So let's get to swatching them. Let's start with the first row, which is Basic Sugar Press Pot. Basic Sugar Press Pot. Press Pot. Mama Bird, and Ragamuffin. So now for the second row, we're gonna do Laura Lee, Tickled Pink, Hissy Fit, and Biddy. And finally, 1988, which is a stunning, stunning coppery color. Ooh. I'm not even sure if this is focusing. It's supposed to be auto-focusing, but I guess I'll find out. Okay, so we've done the first two rows. Now let's go to the third row. We've got Fleeky, Britches, which is just a nice kind of warm brown, Fried, Yoshi, Fried, Britches, Fleeky, Rammer Jammer. Now for the bottom row, we have Alabama, Whiskers, Bubs, so Alabama, Whiskers, Bubs, Smashly, which is that gorgeous green I was telling you I have on right now. I did not even use it wet. It is just with a regular brush. And then Lou, which is a matte black. It's not like a ultra black. I think it's matte. Are you matte? I wouldn't say it's the blackest black I've ever seen, but it's kind of like a charcoal black. Charcoal gray, almost black. So this is the palette. It's about 6 inches across by 5 inches down. It's very slim, so it's gonna be great for travel. It does have a wonderful large mirror inside, which I love. You've got 20 shades for $45, which I think is a great price. And as for quality, you are getting some really nice quality shadows. I do find that the darker shades are a little bit creamier and more pigmented than the lighter shades, which were a little drier. They still blended out well. They weren't like the texture of, if you're familiar with Lorac palettes, those are real creamy, blendable. These were not quite that, but not bad either. The shimmer shades are stunning, as you saw in my swatches, really stunning. I just went ahead because I'm so used to dampening my brush to use shimmer shades, so I dampened my brush to use Hissy Fit, but I probably did not need to. It probably would have gone on pretty bold. And as you can see, I used this dry, did not wet my brush. Usually I'll spray with some Fix Plus. I also would assume that if you would try this over a base, like a Maybelline Color Tattoo or any type of cream shadow, they'd really, really pop. So again, here's a closer look at the palette. I hope my swatches were in focus. So as far as the release for this palette, at last check on the Violet Voss Instagram page, it said that the pre-release was going to be June 10th. The full release was going to be on June 23rd. So I highly recommend, if you're trying to decide which palette to get for the summer, because there are so many that are launching, I really, really recommend this one. I think, once again, the shades are gorgeous. The quality is there, especially for the price, because where else are you gonna get 20 shades for this price? Yes, the Morphe palettes are less expensive, but Morphe palettes are not easy to travel with. I've also had quite a few of them, just the glue, like the pans fall out. I don't know, I'm just really happy with the size of this, the color selection, and the combination of matte and shimmers. And I think that Laura Lee did if she really did choose all these colors herself, she did a phenomenal job, and thumbs up to her for creating such a wonderful palette for us, and for Violet Voss for making it pretty affordable. So that is all for my review and swatches of the Violet Voss Laura Lee palette. I sincerely hope that my swatches were in focus. I don't do many swatch videos, so hopefully the more I do, the more I will improve my skills at swatching and focusing on camera. But I hope it was helpful to you anyway. I hope that if you do decide to get this palette, you let me know what you think of it. I also hope that Violet Voss made enough of these palettes to go around so everybody who wants one can get one. We all know how it goes when certain limited edition palettes are released and there's like a frenzy and people get really, really disappointed if they can't get their hands on one. So hopefully everybody who wants one can get one. It really is a great palette. And I thank you so much for watching my video. Please thumbs up if you did like it. Please subscribe. Also, you can follow me on, let's see, I have everything now. I have Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook. It's all Risa Does Makeup. And then I also have risadoesmakeup.com, which is my blog. So I hope that you will visit that as well. And I will see you all in the next video.